Hello there everybody and welcome back to episode 14 of Flamethrone. And you know what never goes old for me? Seeing something like this. I don't know why, but it always gives me a weird form of happiness to open these little cavities and see their insides getting spilled out into the floor beneath. I don't know why, it is a primitive pleasure of mine. Whatever. So today I hope that we're going to finally set foot into the adamantine layer. That is very much my goal for today. We'll see how close we'll get to that. I am staying optimistic, and therefore we are establishing the workshop area here already a wee bit, because I want to process that stuff where we are standing as quick as possible. Good. So as it stands, it seems as if we have under control what we want to have under control up here. Oh, there's still this area here. It is quite insane how large this entire thing grew. I mean, this chamber here has grown in size quite substantially, right? Okay, but, well, there we go. Problem is just skipping on one floor means that you will have the problems on the next floor just again, because you don't have access to these areas that you skipped to cleanse, and yeah, problems just come back at you. So that's why I'm so thorough here on the upper layers. Alright, just like I was hoping for, this one here is absolutely safe to take. It is the end of this entire pillar here, but I just wanted to be rather safe than sorry. Eventually, I will train up my soldiers to a point that we're gonna be smacking these mace and axe people, but for today, we'll keep it on the down low. Alright, so let's move forward, finally. So I want to get this area here chucked open. We can do so now like this, but there is a chance of releasing some baddies that are sitting right there. So we're gonna start there. I can't repeat it often enough. The adamantine mining is one of the most fun and challenging mini games in Dwarf Fortress that I know of. On the surface level, it is all quite easy, just Minesweeper level. But the problem comes into play where you just have to admit that one mistake has such severe impact on your entire fortress. If I can't shut the door quickly enough, for example, things will even pour into my fort. And that is enough to outright destroy an entire fortress at times. So we're truly playing with fire here. That's what I'm trying to get down to. So there is a cavity here, and there's water here. So yeah, these two would annihilate each other if we'd release them. So we're gonna be starting with the water, but there's that cavity. So you see, it all makes a terrible lot of sense to string your activities up like that. I love these new updates on the DF hack. It's just so amazingly comfy now. Alright, so we can stop the buckets here, and we can start glassing here. So this is going to be the real exciting part. What is behind the adamantine wall? That's what we all want to know, right? Also, we want to know what's behind this box. So, autumn comes yet again, and our friends from the homelands come back to visit us. They'll bring more sand. I hope they do. Did I order more sand, or did I do that only with the humans? I don't know anymore. Whatever. Either way, they'll bring more metal, and they'll hopefully bring the Baron's title with them as well. Because we're going to fling wealth in such absurd amounts on top of them that they don't have any other choice rather than get ourselves a high title here. Yeah. Okay. Solid rock, my friends. Solid rock. So we can at least take the first chop here. And we're going to construct ourselves a staircase. But first, a couple of goblin fools want to die. Okay, can do. Don't you worry. I gotcha. Alright, so time for burrow to burrow again. 136 assigned people. Boom, unpause, activated. And we're going to check back with the dominant crafts. Their equipment is pretty complete except for the gauntlets. So all we need to do, I think, is to station our soldiers. Alright, so a monitor monster. So for the first time, we've finally uncovered a demon with deadly dust. A feathered monitor twisted into humanoid form, slavering aqua feathers and deadly dust. Ah, well. So, yeah, that is just one piece of bad news that I didn't like to see here. Because now I cannot really dig into this area here like that. Ah, well. We need to kill these beasties eventually, I already foresee that. Problem about them is that they are not triggering any traps, so they are immune to regular ways and means of killing off stuff that we usually could rely on. So yeah, kind of sad, but it is what it is. The dominant crafts stay true to their name and just obliterate whatever invaders are heading towards town. There's not even the invasion tag anymore present, so I guess we've won. Easy going. With legendary fighters like these, I mean, we even can now check out how legendary they are. So, level 65. Alright. I got no clue how far this go, but I think these are quite astronomical skills. Level 85. Sheesh. I mean, there is no more experience visible for the next level, so it's really hard for me to tell how quickly they can develop their skills now, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. Alright, okay. Gugh. Tell you what, oh, that leads into the magma ocean. I wanted to bucket it down, but then I realized that this is probably a foolish ordeal. Gugh. So, yeah, this is just... We can't do that because we have no access to the environment there. Gugh. So we're going to be pragmatic around this. Since I know that we can dig there, I'm just gonna be staircasing there. Take that, adamantine layer. So, more tables. You'll get your tables, man. There we go. Ah, nah. It's a typical thing that always happens to me after a combat. I forget to unpause the frickin' burrow. Okay, so there's cavities everywhere. There's a cavity, there's a cavity. Good. That's bad. Okay, so obviously we can dig in like that. Or can we? Nah, no, we don't know if we can do that. Damn. So this one is quite a challenging one. Do I have more glass, or am I out of glass already? I'm out of glass. All right. So our friends are finally arriving. That's good, because we always can use more material. There's never anything bad about more material to work with. Alright, let's transport our gem bin up there. And this year we're going to make a pretty big donation again. I wouldn't be too surprised if we'd also be already promoted into a barony this year, if not next year. So the tricky part here is that, here we can take a chip into that. Tricky part here is that I don't want to connect any of the cavities with any of the bodies of liquid, and at the same time I need to check what is in the cavities, and I need to release the liquids. It's quite a challenging task at hand. But with this, we can at least take a peek inside there. It's the best I can do. But we are getting closer to the point where I feel like we really do need... wonderful. So, where we really do need some soldiers to kill off the stuff. So, I'll choose Rakhust, because, you know, Rakhust is an OG dwarf of this fortress, and he deserves. Especially since he survived that long. I mean... seriously. Alright, so. Congratulations, Rakhust. Let's request the broker, and, well, we need a baron's quarters then. The really good part about all this is that henceforth we're going to receive much larger caravans. That'll help us to sustain our income even further. So at the end of the day, it didn't really matter that we had no own metal for us. Not at all. My trader became quite reliable, don't you think? So yeah, the value is composed now out of all these super high value gemstones, and at this point I can eagerly trade with them. We can't even give them away because we're that filthy rich. Yeah, look at that. I mean, this spike of wealth, let's offer that as a gift, will help our civilization to get back on its feet. Money always turns the wheels everywhere, and yeah. Fluff-wise, I think this fortress is really, really important for our land. So, Rakhust, you will get to have a apartment block right here. So, let's give him the honors. There we go. So, oh boy, again, Soldier of Aspka. So that is a identical one of these boys. So yeah. This is so unnecessarily complicated, but whatever. So we're going to go X-ray vision-wise into there as well. And yeah, it really culminates down to we need more weapons. We need more fighters. Yes. So, well. How much metal do we have? Well, quite some. Should be enough for a couple of extra soldiers again. So let's see, Kivish from the Red Torches. So we have enough people here to fill this entire squad with legends. Okay. So, bronze breastplates, 4 of them. And then we're going to make iron short swords. I hate that part, but it is necessary. Iron battle axe, iron spear, iron warhammer. Just want to make sure that everybody of these legends gets the weapon that they prefer. It's pretty nasty if you can't provide that. And bronze helms, because I think protecting the head is very, very important. And let's see, once these jobs have been fulfilled, I'm going to draft them, and then we'll see what kind of gear is missing on our end. So yeah, what you see there is I built myself an artificial corner that we can seal off, just like we seal off these. I mean, the density of these creatures here is shocking. I mean, usually I don't see that many of them on one narrow spot like this, and it also really how to put it, points out how important it is what I do to be careful around these areas, you see, because it can seriously quickly fall on your feet. Alrighty. Let's get this going. Oh no, I need to stop this. I forgot a piece of wall. It is really important because we saw it with the piece of rope the other day. Once there is visual contact with an angel or a demon, people just shit their pants and they run away. And there's nothing you can do. On the bright side, we finally have some raw adamantine. Hooray! No, right? I mean, it's lying there since a while and I didn't give it the proper attention, but yeah. So, it's fascinating how raw adamantine lies in the category other stone. As if it was something like rhyolite, phyllite, schist, other stone. Stuff you don't care about. Alright, so I can't remember anymore what comes first, the Crafts Dwarf or the Loom. But either way, I think, nah, it is the Crafts Dwarf. Strand Extraction is Crafts Dwarf, if I remember correctly. So there's an animal from the previous caravans. Yeah, that's a blind spot of mine to miss out on giving these what they require. Okay, so now everything is as it should be. We can now carve out that fortification. I mean, there is a certain chance that there's just the next baddie inside there, judging from the luck that we've had so far. Alright, so let's see. Our peeps here are... this time it's just a treasure and not a bad thing. Okay. So far, so good. We need 3 pairs of pants and 3 pairs of gauntlets still. So, let's see. I can make that happen. Steel gauntlets even. And iron greaves. Alrighty, brilliant. So, I am honestly eager to try my luck on these creatures now. The thing is, I have a squad of 10 legendary people. And these things, they are just enormously in my way. So I might take the gamble, even if it is a risky one. Because so far, these Aspka Macemen, they don't feature any special skills, but there is, sadly, a high likelihood that still one of my soldiers will die during that operation. So I am a little bit discouraged. On one hand, and on the other hand, well, how are we supposed to make progress? You know? How are we supposed to make progress? But the good news is, I think I can finally clobber open this section here without having too much of a worry about it. So let's make sure that this treasure gets handled. There we go. It's fascinating how forbidding and unforbidding an item often does the thing. A metal training spear out of flowing metal. Okay. Why the hell a training spear? What's wrong with you? So, if I remember correctly, yeah, extract metal strands. This is what this was all about. So, these down here will get no access to general work orders. Yay! Look at that! Civilization! We're aggressively settling at the doorsteps of the elves. So, where's my estate? Southeast of mine. Whipsun. There we go! Ugh. We're recultivating the civilization for real. So, it turns out investing into this money-wise is way to go. Alright, so we're going to make this like that. If there is more than one raw adamantine, you guys go extracting. Good. So let's keep going like this and chop open that space. There's only a couple of granite blocks that will melt, and I don't really care about that. Nobody does, also. That is seriously good news. Let's build some tables to celebrate that occasion. Alright. I still need to work on the Baron's quarters, but I think I'll be delaying that until the next episode. Rakus can wait a day. Splish splash, I'm taking a magma bath. Alright, so that gets us closer. Wonderful. That's also showing me here that we obviously are on the safe side, digging into this direction, but we don't know what's inside this cavity, so speaking about cavities, come on, we can do some X-ray action. And more people are arriving, yet again. Nice. So yeah. These doors are really a nifty little trick to do your magma scouting. So yeah. The worst part now begins when we are extracting that stuff. Adamantine strands need to be molten into silicon as adamantine wafers, and these are then melted into new forms, or forged into new forms. The problem about all that is very simple. Whoa, that's deep. You need more of the adamantine wafers than of any other metal. You usually can convert 1 bar into something. With adamantine, the conversion rate is worse. So yeah. Long story short, we'll need much more adamantine than we'll need regular metal. So child has made an obsidian bracelet. Alright, and I have made a whoopsie. There we go. Let's check back with that one. It's heirloom. Yak bone, round obsidian cabochon, bismuth bronze. The image of cattle drunken bridges. Who is cattle drunken bridges? Baron of the Banner of Shadow. Oh, I see. This is pretty cool. All right. Sometimes there's also cool dwarven art. Okay, so another thing that I really want to fix real quick is the fate of this brave bucket brigade up here. They really did enough lifting of these heavy buckets from down below to all the way up here. We still need a freshwater source of higher quality. I am well aware of that, but well. Today we're going to start getting ourselves finally some secondary farming plot. The one that will finally get the one that finally will ring in the destruction of these filthy little things here. Swoosh. Alright, I'll dig that another day. Okay. So, the last thing we ought to do now is to smack open the cavity here. Get ourselves some water into this affair. I'm very happy that we got ourselves a first adamantine chunk here. So... Alright, that thing instantaneously obsidianized there. But it also evaporated super quickly due to that. I really don't mind. That's, as a matter of fact, really useful for us at this end. So we can remove all the glassing here, so we have it available for the next round. Alright. So, let's see. Those greaves I ordered should be done as well. Yep. So I think I will start the next episode with the attempt of conquering some of the space from the angels and demons here, as they do pose quite a threat and a problem to our plans here. And I think it would be a pretty nice way of taking control over the area here by just whacking some skulls for a change, instead of just hiding and playing it all too careful. We'll see about that. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm expanding my probing network. Because I really want to free up this area so we can finally dig into the adamantine layer for real. Speaking about digging into the adamantine layer for real, we can, though, check on out what's around there. So we found ourselves some more magma. That is a cavity, if I am not mistaken. Oh, so many little things slowing me down. Alright, it's all solid rock there, so we can safely chuck out another bit. You can only chuck out one bit, because this information we got is really only that thin and slim, but it is one more chunk of raw adamantine that we are allowed to take safely, and that alone, well, the first chunks of adamantine, my friends. It's beginning now. So, that brings me to the end of today's episode. I thank you all for watching. We're going to continue next time with some angel whacking, some more adamantine extraction, because we're just beginning here, and I can't wait, so looking forward to that. We're also going to build our Baron a nice little apartment suite here, so stay tuned. Feel free to drop me your comments, a subscription, a thumbs up, whatever crosses your mind and tickles your fancy would be much appreciated. Either way, check out the description box, there's plenty of links to go around there, and feel free to support the channel directly financially. And of course, a big thanks to all of you who do so, and a big thanks to all of you who watch these videos regularly. I really appreciate having you folks around, and I hope you had a good time, and see you all on the next one as well. Bye bye!